Ready.
Ready whenever you are.
Right, so last session we were in Port Nyanzaru and we were finally ready for Taklin's big day race. Fafuk and Taklin was doing a little bit of betting on some of the races. I think Taklin made quite a bit of money back.
Mhm.
You've done really well with that gambling. I should maybe take it up myself. The races lined up, and obviously we all took one of the jockey positions, and we was off. The Temple of Estus, they were casting some spells, at which point Taklin then realized that actually he now detects his magic, so he could probably cheat to his heart's content, and no one could tell if it was him or not, to cast Beast Sense on himself, which worked out really well because you managed to help whip your little dinosaur into shape. Big honker ridden by Fafuk's avatar tried to smash you into Executioner's Run, but unfortunately the jockey came off his T-Rex and landed on a Triceratops, dying horribly. And then Jungle Princess's rider tried the same move and also got impaled to death on that Triceratops. And eventually it was down to Taklin and one other competitor who I think was being attacked by a flying monkey. Can't quite remember my notes. There's someone
Yep.
had a flying monkey that they sicked onto the other rider.
I did.
And then finally there was a water like a canal or something, and the other rider who was just ahead tripped up and went in face first into the water, and Taklin managed to squeak a win. Got awarded key to Port Nyanzaru, being able to basically stay anywhere, eat anything, big bag of gems, and an invite to dine with the merchant princes. And basically, Fafuk and Taklin partied like it was the end of the world. And there may have been some naked performances, impromptu or otherwise, in Kaya's House of Repose. And then Taklin and Fafuk, at least, not sure about the rest. I didn't make any notes about you lot, but woke up under an upturned boat in the harbour and had to do the walk of shame the next day back to the inn. After grabbing our stuff, we then all met up at the Brazen Pegasus for our trip up to Fort Balurian. And I think we left it where we were halfway there.
Yeah.
Just basically alienating everyone on the boat and tossing our cookies over the side every now and then. I think that was it.
Perfect.
That. Cheers.
Right. Okay.
So full.
Okay.
Are we there yet?
Are we there yet? Well, as it happens. So the journey to Fort Balurian takes, as Captain Light and Dark promised, takes no more than 7 hours as the boat
Wasn't it
speeds along.
Swift and Dark?
Swift and Dark, yeah, not Light and Dark.
Ah, yeah.
That's somebody else completely.
Captain Yin Yang.
His brother.
Yeah, so he's good to his word, and the ship just like speeds along way faster than any other ship you've been on. Oh dear, I'm there. So yeah, by late afternoon, or just after about almost 4 o'clock that afternoon, you're
I
informed
have
that
to go. I have to go. 5
Yep.
minutes, guys.
Yep,
Yeah,
no
yeah,
problem.
sure.
Yeah,
Can you?
yeah, will. You're told that you're coming up to your destination, and then shortly after that, the boat moors, drops anchor just about 400 yards off a beach, upon which you can see several log cabins and a track leading off into the jungle.
Okay. How do we get onto the beach then?
So you rowed ashore, you rowed ashore from with boats or a boat from the Pegasus.
Awesome.
Once ashore, you're met by some flaming fist guards that want to know your business and start quizzing the captain, see if he's a trading ship wanting to pass goods through, as there's a levy to pay, which he quickly informs them that he is not here to transport goods through.
What do you guys think? Just head up to the forge. We just tell the guys, look, we're here to get a license. Stop busting our balls. Besides,
Yeah.
haven't we got Madison? Haven't we got Madison Lynch here? She should be greasing the wheels.
You have? Yeah. So she explains that you're with her, and although she has to explain who she is, she shows them something. You don't quite see what it is, but she shows them something that that they seem to recognise her authority, and they just wave you along.
Oh, no perception check, Phil.
Not unless you can see through somebody's back.
Actually,
So, before you depart, the captain asks what is it you wanting to do? Because otherwise, he'll be if you've got making other arrangements. If you've got other arrangements, he shall be on his way.
But we need to go back to Port Nianzru to meet with Akina Fair. He wanted us to drop in on him before we left. So,
only had to get a license for a flaming fist.
yeah,
Yeah.
we can't be leaving from here. So yeah, we're gonna need the ship to stay. I don't fancy walking back.
It'll
That is
cost.
what I was going to say, that's what we said at the beginning. Take us there and back.
Yeah, if you want the ship to wait, though, it'll cost.
How much?
I forgot what he charged you now. Does anybody remember what he charged for the journey?
I vaguely remember something like 20. Was it 20 gold? It was surprised. It was quite reasonable, I thought, considering, but it was like a day trip for him.
It were 10 gold as a holding fee,
Mm.
and then 10 gold for the journey, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So he'll require 10 gold for each day you want him to stay there.
Okay, I'll pay it because I've got it. I'll give him
Okay.
another 10 gold. I'll give him another 10 gold to stay for there.
And he wants it in advance. He wants
Yep,
an
I will.
agreement on how many days, and he wants it in advance. If you're not returned by that time, then
What?
he won't be there.
Okay, so 4 p.m. tomorrow we'll be back by, and I'll give him 10 GP.
Okay. This time tomorrow. So he says, "Well, I'll tell you what. I'll be kind. I'll make it the next the morning after that.
Oh, lovely. Thank you very much.
I don't fancy sailing back through in the after sunset if we can help it."
How big's an X again?
Sorry.
Big as an X again.
Oh, on the map, a hex is 10 miles.
Yeah, so it's going to be like a day's walk to get to. What, 3 hours?
Well, I was going to say it's probably like 15 miles, roughly,
One way.
Yeah.
to get there, yeah.
Do we need 2 days then?
They said he'd wait 2 days, didn't he?
It'd be there in the following morning, so
So let's see.
Yeah,
travel
I
to-
think
oh,
we should
God,
pay.
I've got my
Well,
list of
for
them.
For
So
food
it's
cans
a
over
it's a
another 10
maintained.
GP.
So this is a maintained road, so it's not going to be like travelling through the jungle.
Oh, right, okay.
Assume we're going to get there, we'll stay overnight, and then the next day we'll be walking back.
Crack of
Yeah,
dawn.
Yeah, for Fook pays another 10 GP to hold them 2 days in case we get delayed.
Okay.
Otherwise, we'll be cutting it really fine.
So yeah,
Ca-
it's it'll take you about 3 hours to walk, 3 to 4 hours to walk from here to the fort.
Can someone summarize what happened just in 2 sentences, please?
We've not arrived at the fort yet.
You're on you got the boat arrived. You got off the boat on the beach. Met by some flaming fist guards, and Madison sort of waved him off, and you're ready to set off towards the fort.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Fook's happy to pay for another day just to save him walking back through the jungle.
Okay.
You know, Kate cannot see in the dark, so if it's afternoon at the moment, we will arrive at night, isn't it?
No, it takes 3 hours to get there, so we'll get there just before it's dark.
Because you're not travelling through the jungle, you're travelling through it's a cleared and the area's being cleared, and there's a sort of road of sorts that's quite well as well maintained as a road could be at the edge of a jungle. But yeah, so you're not travelling isn't as slow as it would be if you were trekking through the jungle. It's
Tarmacked.
yeah, the JCB there as well, yeah.
Any landing lights as well?
But yeah, so it's essentially normal travel speed on this part along this road.
All right, let's do it again.
Cool, we'll crack on then.
Okay. Right. So, like I say, it takes you 4 hours and 3 hours. Let's see. So.
Fook just remembers that he's not wearing any armor.
He isn't.
Celebrating.
Stupid on that.
Celebrating Tacklin's big win in the race. He totally pushed out of his mind that he had to pick up some cheap armor in the
Oh,
Kornianzaru.
Before we set off, to the jungle, to this road, I'm looking for volunteers so I can cast mage armor on you.
It's like,
You have armor. You are not qualified.
I'm not wearing any.
You are not wearing any.
That's what I was just saying. Fook forgot.
Oh, I
buy
took
more
I took you had some cheap, second-hand one or something.
No, forgot to go buy some after getting legless drunk with Tacklin celebrating his big win.
Okay, then you definitely have to have this because you are defenseless. Anyone else? Any volunteers?
I mean, wouldn't it work on monks to boost your base armor class?
I was reading earlier that it doesn't.
I've had
One or the
Does
other.
that?
It's one or the other.
Yeah.
It increases your armor class to 13 plus dex. That's the specific wording.
Mm-hmm.
Which replaces the monk's unarmored defense, which is 10 plus dexterity and plus wisdom.
Same with barbarians.
Oh, so it's no good for any of you.
No, just for Fook at the moment.
Okay, at least I cast it on for Fook and myself.
Okay, I presume you can see that map's loaded up for you, hopefully.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Good.
I always get anxious when we get a battle map.
It's not a
As a barbarian, you should love that, not anxious. You should
I'm
just
not really,
say it.
to be honest, I'm not really sure why it's got walls and bothers putting walls on it. To be honest,
The size of it. There could be anything inside there.
You should
Like
dive
we're
in
already
head
there
first.
anyway.
Yeah, you should dive in head
Let me see
first.
if I can get rid of them because I really don't see the point of you having your line of sight being blocked on this.
Is this Fort Valurian?
It is Fort Balloon, yes.
Oh, right. I thought it was the beach. Cool. Cool, cool.
No, we made the journey. It was uneventful.
So if I, oops. So if I turn token vision, strict visibility, yeah, so turn token vision off, and that should remove the, you should be able to see all the map now?
Yay!
Yes.
Yeah.
Good, because that was stupid.
Yeah.
You know, there was just no point for them to have put all them walls on there. All the, well, the walls are still there, but there was no point to
Wow.
restrict the line of sight.
This place is huge. Wow.
Okay. Where's my thing? Where's my little book? Right, so the flag of Greyhawk flies over this wooden stockade. The whole structure sits atop a 10-foot hillock, the sides of which are shaved vertically to make them steep and difficult to climb. The fort's main gate faces west. On the east side of the stockade, a tall keep holds a commanding view of the surrounding wilderness. You can see guards, a couple of guards atop the walkways on the other side of the palisade wall. The big, heavy wooden gates stand open. It's still a couple of hours till sunset.
Is there any movement on the walls?
Yes, there's guards on the walls. There's 2 guards
Okay.
on the walls.
Let Madison lead the way.
I can see an old woman in a house as well.
Oh, woman!
A woman in a house.
You can. Let's resolve that. You should be able to see her, I suppose. Boo. No, that's not that.
Hmm.
Go away. There we go. She's gone.
Ethereal.
Yeah. It's a witch. Okay,
So,
yeah. So the entrance is there's 2 massive wooden doors. So the west is the so going through the passing through the gates with Madison announcing her arrival, and the wave you all through. Like I said, the gates are open anyway, and the gates lead through into a gatehouse. The walls of which stand about 20 feet high, and there's parapets. The parapets are patrolled by several guards, about 6 guards. In here are inside this gatehouse are a couple of buildings, which appears to be the site of a blacksmith or weaponsmith and armourer, where you can see is hard at work at his forge. Beyond that, to the east, the gatehouse opens up to the main area courtyard of the fort, with and you can see there's like a central road that's strung with bunting, and the lining this short sort of road area are various shops and stalls.
Expected.
I like to
The two
point out this blacksmith to Fufuk regarding you can buy armor there maybe. Worth a try.
Good thinking.
I mean, if you are
Then-
if you feel naked without it.
Are them 2 private houses outside the fort?
No, I think they're just like sort of storage. I'm not 100% certain. I'm not 100% certain. They
I mean, it's where
appear
they
to
keep
be
the
just
dinosaurs.
they appear to be just there, but no description given for them. So I'm going to say they're just like storage.
So basically, we just walked into the courtyard and no one stopped us. No one asked any questions.
I know Madison Lynch.
She's leading.
And
Oh,
she's
okay.
basically getting us past all the guards.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I'm just suspicious, you know.
Mhm.
For a change.
No, it is a habit.
I
So what-
suppose we follow
Okay, so what are you
medicine, I
doing?
suppose.
Just let
Um,
Madison lead the way.
Yeah.
Rightio.
She knows where she's going. We've no clue.
Let me see. Okay, right. She shows you to like an inn, one of the buildings on this little street, and says you can take rooms here. And then she excuses herself, says she needs to report to the commander.
Okay.
Bit rude.
No, no, it's not rude. She's busy. She has got her superior to report or something. So let's hit the pub. Eat something, sleep, drink.
Okay,
Cool.
so this little street, there's about a dozen traders set up on some in the actual building. Some like have got stalls set up.
Is
They're
it
selling sort of explorer gear and general supplies, mining equipment, and animal hides and fresh meat, animal parts, general stuff.
Mhm.
We'll just have a browse around while we're looking at game rooms then.
Okay. Well, like I say,
Anyone sell armor?
no, none of them sell armor. They tell you that if you want armor, you'll have to speak to the armorer in the gatehouse to the by the main gates.
Gotcha. Do that later. Awesome.
So,
Um,
what's anybody doing?
Should we check out the inn, see if we can get a room for the night?
I mean, we can, but I'm just thinking. I thought we were coming here for a ticket and then going.
Yeah, it's late afternoon. It'll be dark.
Ah,
so
of course. Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
It's early evening
I
now.
won't. I won't look at the clock.
It's
Cool. Yep. Fine.
yeah, after 7 o'clock.
the undead come out to play. Which one's the inn building?
It's the sort of big one with the chimney on the centre of the roof. Pardon me.
Is that a thing? The undead coming out to play, or is that just you ad libbing?
Ad libbing.
Okay.
Well, it is a thing in certain parts of the jungle.
How close are they to the undead then? I wonder if that's something that we
Oh, I can move everyone. Brilliant. So, Fufuk, you go right. Obol, you go left.
Okay,
Okay.
Saxon, go.
And Kid goes to the door.
That's why I can't see. 'Cause
I'm
on the
first.
wrong screen. Wonder why I couldn't see any of my notes. Right, yeah.
So let's go to the inn.
seconded.
Okay, so
Yeah.
at the end
The-
of the street, there's another set of gates which are closed that give entrance to an inner gatehouse and the actual
Stop it.
keep itself.
Okay. I suppose pot.
You can also there's
Explore.
also some here. There's some stables, and there's beyond the stables are what looks like to all intents and purposes, is what looks like a jousting field.
Got for like practicing on. I haven't seen horses. We haven't seen horses here yet, have we, Phil?
No, we haven't. No.
Do they actually tilt on dinosaurs? Now that would be kind of
That
freaking
would be
awesome.
cool. Need to investigate that.
Yeah.
Jousting on raptors.
Can you be like a T-Rex with a lance? I mean, can you imagine?
I suppose if you're going against somebody else with a T-Rex and a lance, it'd be fine. But if you're going against somebody else on like a raptor or something, it's going to be really
Yeah.
big lance.
Glance.
Yeah. Yeah. Does the inn have space for us for the night?
Yeah, they can put you up. It's there's no sort of private rooms. It's just a common sleeping area.
Mm. Could we mark out a 10-foot radius and put up
No.
Liam and Tiny at an inn?
So it's just just a couple of copper a night for a bed mat, sleep mat.
Dormitory.
What do you guys think? Stay here or outside?
Stay in.
Okay.
I'm sure it's more comfortable than outside.
Staying with the watch. It costs us not, does it?
I agree.
Fair enough. Alright, settle in. Wait for our summonsing.
Okay.
Is it run by like flaming fist people, or is it run by a local, or what?
So no, the people that's running the inn and indeed the stalls on this sort of bazaar area aren't don't appear to be directly associated with or allied with the Flaming Fist. They're
Interesting.
just set up here. A business opportunity.
Hmm.
The inn itself is quite busy as well. There's a lot of miners that are here stopping over.
What race are they?
Most of them are dwarves.
Of course they are. My people.
Dwarven Scourge.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. No need for that.
I try and quiz people just about, any juicy rumors, any sort of any dirt on the Flaming Fist, or like stuff they've stumbled across, weird stuff in the jungle.
Where are they
Maybe
mining?
I think that on the map it shows a couple of mines.
There's
nearby.
there's a lot of mines about. It's where Yanzuru gets most of its wealth from, like gem mines and other resources, and it's where they get all their iron for weapons and things. But there's a lot of gem mines. So what's everybody else doing? So that's what Fook's doing. What's everybody else doing?
Just chill. Eat, drink, sleep.
Yeah, just mingling, picking up on any
Yeah.
information that might be let slip.
I'll
Okay.
try and get
To
in
be-
with try and get in with dwarfs.
So we want to be drinking, do we? Because we might get cold in about an hour or two.
I meant drinking water, not wine.
Right.
So just to hydrate because it's very hot.
Okay. Right. So is that it? Nobody else doing anything in particular?
No, not at the moment.
Okay. So there's not a lot. There's not a lot of interesting talk going off. Like I say, the place is busy, but there's no particularly exciting news. Nobody's got anything particularly bad to say about the Flaming Fist. They all seem quite happy. Happy about the presence here. It makes the area safe. And they've nobody seems to have any qualms with the Flaming Fist apart from the dwarves.
Do I catch wind of any dwarfs with loose lips? who were happy
well,
to talk around the dwarfs?
they're quite vocal in their annoyance with the flaming fist. So
Oh.
while they don't dislike them exactly, they have an ongoing grudge with them because the flaming fist, when it took over the beach where it lands where it lands most of its ships, they claimed control of it and now enforce a 20% levy on any goods moved through that area, which the dwarves are really unhappy about because they've been mining the area for generations and transporting their goods from that beach for like hundreds of years.
As a fellow dwarf, I will say, motherfuckers.
And now with the arrival of the Flaming Fist, they've now taken over that beach and they enforce a levy on any goods that pass through that area.
Man always sticks it to the little people. All right.
See what he did there.
Totally
There is
unappreciated.
one interesting thing that happens as you sat while passing the time away in the inn, or about 9 o'clock. In walks a female turtle with some crystal goggles pushed up on
You son of
top
a
of her head.
bitch.
Yeah.
we go.
Son of a bitch.
For initiative.
Roll initiative, see who spots it first.
Roll for initiative.
Ah.
20.
Oh, Fafuk doesn't see her in time. Hang on. I've just rolled as Lazai.
So just rolled my dice.
He must have his token selected.
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah.
So she comes in and goes orders a drink and goes and sits down and starts chatting with some of the other patrons.
I think we all just like stare at each other for a second as if we're like, it can't be this easy.
And looks at the
Tacklin's got a
bite
snake
mark
bite.
on his arm and is like, I hope it is.
So who wants to do the so fancy
Was it-
meeting in all the gin dives in all the world? Fancy meeting you in this one.
Was it an obsidian
Obsidian statuette of a snake.
snake statue? Yeah. Okay.
What was her name?
I'll
AL.
AL.
have a quick walk over to the barkeep
Okay.
and I'll quietly ask him. I'll say, "Is that turtle staying here?"
Yeah, she's usually here when she's not out in the jungle.
I'll just nod to him.
She's one of the local guides.
Ah, she's a guide as well. Cool. Is she an official sanction guide?
No,
He sh- he
she's
shrugs
not on
at
the
it.
list.
He shrugs it out. I don't know about that.
Suppose we can ask her.
Thank him then. Info.
Okay. Okay, like I said, she just sat talking to some locals. She's wearing these iconic looking goggles that you've heard about, and there's sort of loads of equipment hanging off like various belts and stuff that go across her shell on the back. So you can see like a set of smith tools and tinker's tools, climbing kit, and a healer's kit and a dungeoneer's kit, all hooked onto specially crafted, especially made like leather harness.
All the gear, no idea.
You know, these turtles, do they see in the dark?
That's a good question. Do turtles see in the dark?
No, because when we
Don't
stayed at
think
the
they do,
fort,
no.
they lit their torches lit around the fort.
Okay, so you know those goggles she got.
Wangaroo.
Can it be goggles of the night? Is it? I mean, does it look magical?
Oh, looks like a pair of goggles with crystal lenses.
Like
You have to go over and detect them.
This is just
Uh,
short-sighted.
No, I want to buy it if it's that. You know, it would be very helpful. To
Your
Bite
goggles,
it?
how much for your
no,
goggles?
buy it, buy it.
Buy it.
Urge, not bite it. You know, I leave that to you. Okay, that's not my cup of tea. Thank you.
Your
It's
goggles,
not
how
my
much for
size.
your goggles? Your children.
It's not my size. You know. Thank you.
There's probably room in a shell for both of you.
Was
So,
with the portal.
yeah, who wants to go
Uh,
talk to the
Can I
tortoise?
come into your shell?
Can you show me your shell collection?
Is that what the halflings say these days? I thought it was, can I see your etchings?
Mm.
Oh, for food cracks eventually. I'm going in. Goes buys a couple of pints and walks over to the turtle.
Okay, anybody else do anything?
I will.
I
Go
will approach him with the turtle and the snake bite,
Yeah.
obviously.
Me
Um,
too.
I'm
I'm-
just going to sit back and watch this with amusement.
I'm
Me
trying.
too.
I'm
Two.
trying. I'm trying to hide behind the other two, so you know. But I'm close.
Let's not scare the turtle, please.
Just about to say how we're going to approach this.
Fafuk says, "Excuse me, I would like to buy you this pint as a thank you to turtles in general for saving our lives a few weeks ago."
She looks up and says, "Oh, thank you. I
Uh,
don't think I know what that's for, but I'll not turn down a free drink."
Said, "Well, actually, as it happens, I have a song about it. If you care to hear it."
Right, she wrinkles her nose. I'd rather not, thank you.
Fafuk's kind of crestfallen by that. Says, "Oh well, brightening up, that's the past." Yeah, we spent quite an interesting week down in Dwangaroo, exploring the jungle, talking to old, God, what was his name? Really old, grumpy turtle. Knew absolutely everything about everything. Every time you did something, he knew a way to do it better and would explain it to you.
I'll
Like
shout
really-
across Quilgok.
Quilgok, yes, Quilgok, and we you know that old abandoned fort temple thing, like a day south of Dwangaroo? Managed to clear that out. A bunch of shades, spirits, rescued a couple of young turtles you might recognize their names of. I'll have them in my notes somewhere.
Uh-huh.
I've got a whole epic ballad about it. I was extremely brave, I should point out. Is she like interested in news from home, or is she just like, yeah, screw those old fuckers, I'm not going back?
Right. So well, yeah, she like pushes out a chair and offers you the pair of you a seat.
So,
It's I've not been back to Omgar for more than a year now. Must be going on a year and a half at least. I'd be interested to hear what any news of the place.
well, I begin to regale. Sorry, wind's trying to suck all the picture frames off the window. I regale her with a few tales, funny stories. The turtles we obviously rescued from the fort. May they're always interested in tales because I mean we discovered that, didn't we? While we were there, they had like a nightly meet where they do like what do they call it? Almost like spoken word stuff to each other, where they regale each other with their tales of their adventures and stuff. They were really quite interested in that stuff, so I'll try to remember as much as I could. Obviously, the guys can prompt because he sort of runs out of material. And then even after a while, if she's enjoying her pint and she's seems interested in the stories, I'll casually mention that we stumbled into a underground temple at one point. And bit of a shocker, Kulgar showed us where this temple was. We got there, and inside the temple were a pair of talking snakes. I mean, honestly, talking snakes. Can you believe it? Glancing at Tacklin at this point. These talking snakes mentioned that the turtle may have inadvertently, of course, totally by mistake, perfectly understandable, may have inadvertently
She
left
sort of
Fired.
leans back on her chair. She says, you're not exactly Mr. Subtle, are you?
Okay, fine.
You're only
Hand
talking
over
about the statue.
hand over the statue, and no one has to get hurt.
I haven't got the statue.
Where
Sorry,
is
what
the
was that?
statue?
I don't know. I sold it to a merchant back in Yanzuru.
Oh, you son of a bitch! Ah, can you remember who it was?
Somebody in the Grand Sue, I think. I don't remember exactly. It's over a year ago.
Yeah, well, turns out the talking snakes want their statue back. So they bit our buddy over here.
That was stupid.
I can't argue with that.
You shouldn't
I'm
be
just
dealing.
saying
You
what
shouldn't be
happened.
dealing with the snakes. That temple were dedicated to a Mershalk, I believe.
Yeah, now we know.
You shouldn't be messing with Yantai.
Well, weirdly enough, you mentioned Yantai. One of them tried to murder us a couple of days ago. I mean, we killed her, obviously, but that was a little weird. Are the Yantai around these parts?
Nobody's seen any Yantai for a long time, as far as I'm aware. Seems like they've taken an exception to you.
Okay, well, thank you for at least telling us where the statue went. Did you make much money from it? Just so if we try and buy it back and the guy quotes some stupid amount.
I made enough.
So like, I don't know, like 100 or something. Because I mean, we're gonna have to try and buy this thing
Yeah, if
back.
you like.
Sorry if I like what?
Silver, copper.
I made enough. Apparently, an interesting collector's piece.
Yeah, shit. That means expensive, doesn't it?
But like I say, that was over a year ago. I can't imagine the merchants even still has it.
I like to ask her about her goggles. What do they do? I really like them.
She takes them off and sort of shows them to you. Though she don't let you. She stops short of letting you actually touch them. Says, "Oh, I made them myself.
And
They would protect my eyes from the volcanic ash."
what does volcanic ash do to your eyes? I'm new in this area. Can you explain, please?
It hurts.
Oh, okay. And do you often visit volcanoes?
Often enough that I needed to make some of these goggles. Yeah.
Okay. And are you happy to, make some of for us? Do you think we need some in the future?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. You're visiting volcanoes. It took me
I
Took me a year to make these.
Oh, really? Why is it so long?
Because it was a custom job. Crystal
Mm.
lenses. Have you ever worked with crystal?
No, I
No.
don't know nothing about. That's why I'm asking. I'm curious. I want to know. I never seen one of those, and they look super cool.
Right, she grins and says, yeah, they are super cool.
Okay, so
So, what are you new in Fort Balerion? What are you doing here?
came for a visit.
A visit?
Yeah, I kick. Fufu. You talk. That's enough for me.
I
Underneath
don't
the
want to.
table.
I don't want to talk. How about tackling? You talk. You're the one with the snake bites.
I'll just tell her that we're here for a ticket and we're going to be on our way. An expedition ticket.
Oh, right. So you're looking to go exploring, are you?
We are indeed. We hear that you're a guide.
I am indeed.
Are you a sanctioned guide?
Of course.
And what are your rates?
Rates? 5 gold piece a day.
Interesting. Do you have the capacity to join us on an adventure?
Possibly. If I need to know more on what you actually what it is you're up to, where you're heading.
Okay, well, we'll tell you if we need you. That's okay.
Okay, so it's 5 gold pieces a day. I'll do I'll do a discount of 40 gold pieces for 10 days.
Lovely.
But that's up front.
40 gold pieces, 10 days. Cool. Thanks for your time.
So I mean, just out of sheer chance, through sort of mulling this over, how well does she know? Sorry, I don't want to reveal too much, but we're looking for a lost city, which I realize there are a couple of those on the continent.
A lost city. Well, they're usually lost.
Yes, but slightly sarcastically, you're a guide, aren't you? Isn't
I
it your
am.
job to find things?
I can take you to places I know. I can't take you to places I don't know.
Right, would you happen to know a place that has a really big, large black pyramid covered in vines in a valley with steep sides all the way around?
No. I know what you're asking about. You're asking about Omu. But no,
Oh,
I don't
wow.
know. I don't know where that place is. Nobody does.
Oh, so okay, that was going to be my next question. She doesn't know of someone who knows where that is.
So I've seen Lake Luau. I've been to the Garden Palace of Nangalo, the Gorge of Atas Muhaha, and the ruins of Mesro. I've even found a shipwreck in the jungle.
What?
I made a friend of a weir tiger that lives there, but I've never even heard of anybody who has got the vaguest idea where Amu is.
I just make a mental note of the list of things that she knows what to find. A ship in the jungle, like a sailing ship. How does a sailing ship get into the middle of the jungle?
Don't ask me. It's there. I saw it with my own eyes.
If this turns out to be the season finale of Lost, I'm going to be really pissed off.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, that
So, well, I mean, our current
This
plans. I mean,
is-
I beckon the monks over because now
Oh,
she's
it was-
talking stuff that we need to find.
What was that? Was somebody else trying to say something?
there was something she mentioned then that I recognised. I can't find the information on it now.
There's some city on the shores of Lake.
No, it's that. Oh, let me just bring up the map.
The Gorge of Muahahahaha.
Yeah. Ataz Mohaha. You mentioned that, and I'm sure that we're mentioning one of our things, but I can't find the specific thing.
I think we had to cross the gorge to get somewhere, wasn't it? You had to cross the gorge to get to something else, and we might have written down the something else. Well, I mean, we just generally chit chat, sort of, what you've seen, what she knows how to get to. Any guides that we need to be aware of that actually lie about what they can find, but actually, they can't. Stuff like that.
She can't tell you about the guys that work out of Yanzuru, but all the guys that work from the fort are all trustworthy. Of course, I'm the best.
Yeah, well, that goes without saying. Oh, hang on. Queen Zalkari's palace near River Olongaru, north shore of Lake Luo. Is that what she said? She knew how to find.
She said she'd been to Lake Luo, yeah.
Yeah, so it was Lake Luo, I think.
And the garden, she's seen Lake Luo, the Garden Palace of Nangalore, the Gorge of Ataz Muhaha, and the ruins of Mesro.
So there's two things there that she's
Ruined
mentioned.
city up the River Taff beyond the Kahakla Gorge. Ruins guarded by a Naga that is wise and generous. So it's the Naga in the ruins
Ooh, yeah.
of beyond Kahakla Gorge.
Kahakla's a different. That's not Muhaha.
No, it's not.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay. Yeah.
Is this northeast, southwest?
I can't even find where this information is. I know we've had it, but it's not in any of my notes for some reason.
When Eshek spoke to us, he said, speak to the wise guardian of Ordunga, west of Mbala. That's also south, isn't it? That's not anywhere up here.
What's that? Sorry, were you talking to me?
Yeah, sorry, I was just trying to work because I don't have the main map up. Is the guard? I think we agreed we want to talk to the wise guardian of Ordunga, west of Mbala. That's not one of the places she knows, is it?
Olunga, what is it? No, she didn't mention that, no. Nangalore is a place she mentioned. The Garden Palace of Nangalore. Lake Luo, Garden Palace of Nangalore, and the Gorge of Ataz Muhaha. And the ruins of Mesro.
Well, the ruins of Mesro are the ones that the Flaming Fist have emptied out, isn't it? They're the ones that they've been exploring. I'm sure someone was telling us something about that. Oh, God. So confusing keeping track of this stuff.
Well, that rumour about Camp Righteous and Camp Vengeance, or about the Order of the Gauntlet.
Yeah.
They had lost one of their encampments not too long ago to the undead, they think. And they're just barely hanging on to another one. And they have emissaries. They saw emissaries all the time heading up the river Socian Tour or Socian Star in canoes to get more supplies and Templars from Port Nyanzaru.
So I suppose, I mean, these places sound fascinating, but are there any sort of things of particular interest in these ruins? I mean, the ship in the jungle, it sounds positively bizarre. Is it like a long trip from here or a short trip? Or 2 days, 3 days.
One moment. Gotta clear stuff out of the way so I can actually see things.
That thing about
Um,
the Garden Palace was about the memorial of Queen Zalcor.
Yeah.
So she tells you the ship is in the jungle to the southeast, roughly southeast of Ataz Muhaha.
Yeah.
Is that? I mean, we're only here for like one night. Get the license, talk to the commander, and then head back to Port Nyanzaru. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's that Naga that was the thing that I think we were looking at.
Yeah, like a wise and helpful Naga in the ruins of.
Wise Guardian of Oralunga, west of Umbala.
Yeah.
She shrugs, says, "I'm afraid I can't help you there. I don't know. I don't know those places. Maybe some of
She
the other,
went-
maybe some of the other guides. There's two more. There's two other guys here at the fort.
I'll ask her. Does she know? I don't know of anybody that has dealt with the northeast, south, and west of the island.
I
The
don't
west
know.
coast.
You'd have to speak to the other guides. I don't know myself. No.
Can we get their names and information, please?
So if you wait around long enough, they'll bound to turn up here later today. There's where are we? There's two other guys here, are both Chultons. There's Kawasha and his companion and Shago.
Who are they?
Kawasha's a druid. He's one of the Emerald Enclave.
Whoa, yeah. I want to have a chat with him, please.
And the other guy?
Is Shago. He used to be I hear he used to be a gladiator in the arena in Yanzaru.
He must be a tough cookie now.
Somebody told me he's the son of one of the merchant princes.
Oh, here we go again.
Does she know which one?
Zanti or Xanthi?
Oh, you're joking. That's not the poison one, is it? That's the one with the poisons, right? The assassin one.
I'm trying to.
No,
find names.
gems, jewellery, cloth and armour. Jomfi.
Oh, thank goodness for that. I can't imagine. Oh yeah, we just pissed off the son of the prince in charge of assassins. Yeah. We can never go back. No, sorry, it was Shago, son of Xanthi. And what was the other one?
Kwashi or Kwashe. I'll see if there's a pronunciation. It's a Chilton name, so I'll see if there's a pronunciation of it. Probably isn't.
Bouquet instead of bucket.
Yeah.
Oh, there is. Yep. Kawasha.
And he's the druid.
Yes.
Excellent.
Kawasha and his companion.
What, his girlfriend?
Has he got a bear as well?
I don't think fur coats would travel far here. Maybe he's got a dinosaur.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe he's got like a T-Rex as a familiar. That'd be pretty cool. Can you do that? Can druids get like animal companions? Could you get like a T-Rex as a animal companion? God, how would we get it? That would be awesome. Get that back to the mainland. Ride your T-Rex around town.
Be like that third Jurassic Park film.
Yeah. Yeah, I keep buying pints, keep chit-chatting. Try and sort of squeeze as much info out as we can. Ask her to point out the other guides. You know, we're just interested in. I think our journeys take us more south than around these parts, but you know, it can't hurt to ask.
So she tells you you'll not miss them if you see them. Shago's big. He's built. He looks like I say. I hear that he were a gladiator, and he looks like a gladiator.
Hmm.
And there's not many Chiltons here at the fort. As for Kawasha, you'll not mistake anybody else for Kawasha.
What happened to that information about the from a line of royalty that got captured, imprisoned?
There was a rumor that there was a place, Arakora, wasn't it? The Arakora. It's like flying people, isn't it?
We're in the notes.
Eagle people.
Oh, we're in the notes. I can't find it now.
I think there was a Keeney. Wasn't that a Keeney? Told us that one.
Yeah, I believe
While
so.
we were still on speaking terms. Before we just. Yeah, I've got here a section where she was speaking to Atakina's ancient monastery along the river over Tasmahala Paha Gorge, last living heirs prisoner. So there's an ancient that's what you're probably thinking of, guys. There's an ancient monastery along the river that goes over Mahala Gorge. And there's the last living heirs living as a prisoner. Xanthi
Right.
also claims to be royal. Yeah, no, well remembered. I ask her. I ask her, Ael, if she's aware that of a monastery on the other side of the gorge. Atus Mahala Gorge. Oh, is that the wrong gorge again? I've got the wrong gorge again, haven't I? Atus Mahala, as opposed to. No, it's the same. No, but the ship in the jungle is southeast of Atus Mahala.
Mahaha. Muhaha.
Wow.
Evil laugh.
So actually, is she aware of the monastery in those parts?
She's not. She's not seen or heard of such a thing.
Okay. Okay. Well, if we weren't planning on
It's
starting an expedition,
easy to miss things in the jungle. You could walk within 100 yards or something and never see it.
Great. Makes me feel so much better. Fook starts nursing his pints.
So she says, and I I rarely venture like west of the river Orlong, because on the west side it's where the concentration of the undead that infest the jungles.
Okay.
So when she travels, she has travelled through that way, but she tends not to hang around. I mean, Mesro, the ruins of Mesro are in the are on the west side of Muhaha Gorge.
Do the undead ever attack this fort?
Yeah, on occasion, but no, it doesn't seem to come under doesn't seem to become under as many attacks as Yanzuru.
Weird, given the location of what we've got on the maps based on undead activity.
Zero closer though.
No, I don't think it is, unless I'm wrong.
It's closer.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought they were. I thought the river separated them though. But if I've not got the map up, so I don't know. I'm happy
Yeah,
to.
there's a sign on the map that says undead lesser, undead territory lesser, and it's closer to Nyanzuru. It does stretch further up towards Fort Valerian, but it's further away from Fort Valerian than it is from
Oh yeah, of
Port
course.
Nyanzuru.
Yeah. I thought I was thinking. Yeah, I'm looking at map now. Yeah, you're right.
So what do you guys think? Wait it
Ask her
out.
if she knows. Ask her if she knows anything about snake bites.
No, she doesn't.
Lovely.
Maybe we should chat to that other druid chap. Maybe he knows.
Yeah, he might know.
Yeah. I'm hoping to drop on him anyway. Cool. No, I've got nothing else to add.
We'll just sit around and exchange stories of their village and stuff with them.
Okay.
What we got up to down there, what we found out, that sort of thing.
I'll try and get in on any gambling if there's no going on, Phil.
There's nothing like that going on here.
Maybe I should start something.
Have the priest of St. Cuthbert come down on you like a ton of bricks.
As long as it's paying, I don't care.
Where are we?
Cudgel to the head.
Yeah, they'll be using the cudgels.
I'm not above smacking a holy man.
Okay,
Do we have a-
we're gone.
No, I was just going to ask if, you know, if the Chiltons actually come into the inn or if they've got somewhere else they stay.
Says there's just not many Chiltons around Fort Balorian.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. Sorry, Phil, you were going to say?
So you sit around chatting, and about 9 o'clock, a woman in a sort of late, it looks to be in the mid to late 30s, very stern looking woman, with the symbol of St. Cuthbert emblazoned upon like a tabard that she's wearing.
There you go.
Over some armour. So despite the heat, she's wearing like a like plate armor.
It's got to be hard.
So she walks over to the barkeep and exchanges a few words with him, and he points in your direction, and she
Shit.
comes over. Right, she sort of stands, legs are akimbo, and says, "So you're the newcomers to the fort."
Fafuk
This is
goes,
correct.
no. Fafuk goes, no, we're not. We've been here for ages.
Right, she ignores. She sort of discounts Fafuk and turns to like talk to Lu Hai. And what is it that brings you to Fort Balurian?
We're here to purchase a license to explore.
A charter of explanation, you mean?
Ah, yes, yes.
That's the one.
That's it.
That can be arranged. If you come to the keep tomorrow morning, we can arrange that.
Any time?
After 9 o'clock.
Right, we'll see you tomorrow then.
Well,
who are
What's
you?
her name? I was about to say, what's her name?
What's the name? Where are we? Where are you? Where you gone? Oh, there you are. Says, I'm the Castellan of Fort Balurian. My name is Gruta Halsdottir. Halsdottir.
The hell?
Yeah, Gruta Halsdottir.
I'll say, my name's Lozai. This is Obald. This is Fafuk, Kid, and Taklid.
Why am I always last?
She's smallest.
I'm
No,
not.
you're not. It's Kid,
No,
isn't
it's
it?
not. Okay.
I'm the smallest.
No, it's because you got the letter T, which is after everyone else in the alphabet.
Ah, okay, fine. That's better after that.
It's tangled up in the cables. And so, so that's your only business here at the fort, is it? To acquire a license and a charter?
Yes. I'm with a
Yeah.
very, very serious face. I'm nodding. Yes.
I asked her what Madison Lynch told her we were actually doing here then.
Madison doesn't report to me, she reports to the commander.
Oh. Well, then you may not know then. It's probably not up to us to
The
tell you.
commanders to see who we are.
Sorry?
The commanders asked to see who we are.
No, I always I come to see who you are myself. I always come to check up on new arrivals at the fort.
Ah,
I have no idea of any business that you might have with the commander.
Okay
Well,
then.
It must be more important then.
well, the other business is with Madison Lynch.
Well, she shrugs. Well, well, if that's the only business you have here, I expect everybody to follow the rules of the fort.
The rules?
What are the rules?
Don't break them.
Okay, that is funny.
She wishes you all a good evening and says that she'll leave word with the guards at the keep.
Right.
I turn to Liz High and saying aloud to whisper, I think she likes you.
You know, after she left, I turned to Fufuk and I just whisper, I think she's a little
Couldn't actually hear that.
I think she's a little bit strange.
Well, she's a clericus in cuff, but you've got to have rocks in your head to follow that deity. It's like having a pole shoved up your ass.
Probably, yeah.
Kid had met. Oh, what's his name now?
The drum
Who
guy.
travelled with us?
Bull. Bull's
Yeah.
character.
No,
Yeah.
No, after.
no, that was before me.
Yeah.
The same Cuthbert guy that. Yeah, I can't remember his name.
Basically lawful good. Like, follows the rules to the letter.
Mm-hmm.
Very kind of literal.
Mm-hmm.
Zero sense of humor, which is why Fafuk just enjoys taking the mick out of them at every opportunity.
Okay.
So how does she wear plate mail in this weather? That almost fucking killed me.
Activated.
It might be magical. She might have some internal cooling or some spell.
Internal AC
Okay,
system.
I was about to say that would be impressive.
Liquid cooling.
Listen, you don't know. You know, there must be a solution because she would overheat like you.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
and-
Wasn't
worse, because I was wearing medium armor. That's full plate.
Was she sweating in this, heat?
Everybody's sweating.
Okay. So I'm so what
She
I
wasn't
mean.
sweating excessively, no.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to ask. Sorry.
No, she
So
wasn't. Were you saying something, Lee?
that frowned upon by Wizards of the Coast officials
What's that?
to cope
What?
in the heat. Being able to cope in the heat.
Unable to
Didn't
cope
want-
in the heat.
But being able to cope.
Oh, they
Didn't
They
want,
have-
they didn't
yeah.
want that, did they?
No, that's why they've tailored the spell so you can't do it anymore.
Oh, right, yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah, they they didn't. They removed all them spells but that I can't remember what they were called. That helped you like survive in extreme temperatures and stuff.
Like endure heat and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
I think the reason they gave were pretty feeble, like. But anyway, yes, she was sweating, but not excessively so.
So are we free to roam around the fort then, as long as we don't go inside the big building?
We've
Yeah.
not been told otherwise.
I turn to you and you have to follow the rules. You
And
don't
on
know
the
the
other
rules.
hand, they
You
haven't
don't-
told us the rules yet.
You don't know the rules, but you have to follow them.
I know, it sounds like Kafka, doesn't it?
Yeah. I smell trouble from her.
No, I think she just needs a wash.
No. Tomorrow she's gonna make up some rule that we broke yesterday. That's what she's gonna do.
Oh, I see what you mean.
I turned to the innkeeper and asked her about these rules. What did she mention? What are the rules? Can he explain, please?
He's like structures, nothing out of the ordinary. No stealing, no killing. The usual kind of thing, really. I think she was just having a joke with you.
Oh, okay. Thank you. All right, so nothing special. All right, cool.
Told you
Gambling
this guy, she wants your bones.
is gambling allowed?
Oh no gambling.
No gambling. Okay.
Told you, St. Cuthbert's against fun.
What if I sell tickets to come and play with me, and then whoever wins gets to keep all the tickets, and then gets exchanged for money?
That's
like
called
a-
ga-
Kind of like
that's
a
called
lock-in.
that's called gambling.
No.
No, they do it. No, seriously, they do it in Japan. You're not allowed to gamble in Japan, but you can play for ball bearings, and then you
Mhm.
can exchange the ball bearings for toys. But if you don't want the toy that you want, you can then exchange the toy for money.
That's
Okay.
still gambling if you're playing for
That's
barbarians.
gambling. And listen,
No,
in,
in
Ja-
Japan,
in
that is
Japan,
not gambling.
they have
You're
that
winning a
sentence
toy.
as
You're
well.
winning ball bearings,
Yeah.
and you're winning a toy. You just don't want the toy, so you'd rather have the money.
And they still have that sentence as well. So be careful, okay? I guess they have the same rules here.
That
Yeah.
escalated quickly.
So I think we are not gambling tonight, okay?
Are we? Well, if you're not doing anything else, Fuch's going to go for a wander around this fort.
Here comes trouble.
No, not if I get caught. I mean, as long as I don't get caught. The other thing. That's what I meant.
Yeah, we know. we knew
I've had-
it.
For Fuchs, too many pints, he's struggling to remember which way round it goes.
We knew it straight away what you meant, troublemaker.
I'm
You know,
Ah,
remember when you went into the warehouse in the pirate place? Yeah, something like that. So be careful.
I don't know. It's a long time ago. I don't remember what happened anymore.
I remind you of it.
That doesn't sound right. I'm sure something else happened.
No, with the dancing swords or something.
It's an
Yeah.
adorable trait of Fufuk. He can't remember the bad stuff.
Lovable scamp.
Fufuk goes for a wander in the cool night air, clear his head, find somewhere quiet to take a piss.
Okay, what's somebody else doing?
It's knocking on a bit in it, so no, I'm not venturing anywhere. Thank you.
Neither me. I go up to our room, try to set up the room and sleep. Are we doing guards or not?
I don't think there'll be a need to do a guard up here, to be honest.
No, I don't.
Sure.
Hmm.
Okay. As you say.
Fufuk finds a quiet spot and casts 2 spells.
Okay, so you wait. That so yeah. Where you're, is that you? Yeah. So you're
Yeah.
stood. So that's you're stood by the stables, and it actually contains horses.
These are like the first horses we've seen since we got here, right?
Yeah.
They're the snacks of the dinosaurs they've got in the bigger stables.
Well, no, disappointingly, I think it's probably got to do with this tilt yard. I think the Cuthbert lot are up to silly buggers. Have you locked the screen? I can't move my character around.
No, I haven't locked the screen.
Keep zapping back to the spot I was on there. Keep snapping back to where I was.
No, I don't know why that's happening.
Okay, well, it's not. To be honest, it's not important. I find a quiet spot, cast 2 spells.
Oh yeah, it does.
So-
It does when I move it as well.
Yeah, same for me.
I cast
Weird.
disguise self
Mm.
to make myself look. It's not concentration, is it? Oh shit, it's not there. I cast disguise self if it's not concentration. Let me just Google it quick. And make myself look like one of the locals. Like a average human looking person, different to myself. And then it doesn't say it's concentration.
It's not.
Awesome. And then just so it's not obviously me.
Oh,
And
it's
then-
moving all over the place now.
Oh wow! It must have
Delayed, yeah.
disconnected and buffered it. Something.
Yeah.
And then,
frames a drop. I think it's 23% drop on the frames at the minute.
And then I'll cast detect magic. So 30-foot radius around me. And then I go for a recce.
Okay. And what's somebody else doing?
Stay in the room.
Anybody?
Get ready for blood.
Okay.
I mean, I assume this wouldn't take probably more than 20 minutes. 10 minutes. for
What
the
about
spell.
Obald and Luhai? What?
Just retire.
Okay.
Yeah, same for me.
Okay. Right. So while everybody else tries to get some sleep in the common room of this inn, this dormitory, Fook wanders around. So you don't. Nothing comes up while you spend about half an hour or so wandering around the fort. Obviously, you've got no access to the keep and the gate, the courtyard or gatehouse in front of the keep. But you do find locations of some buildings. So here, there's a pen. So here is it? Is a temple to St. Cuthbert.
Oh, yeah.
And here is the stables. This is a jousting yard complete with spectators' benches and a sort of box, noble's box, royal box kind of thing. Not a royal box, but you know, that kind of thing.
hmm
There's a provisioner here, which is, according to the sign outside, is exclusively for Flaming Fist, members of the Flaming Fist. These other buildings are like private dwellings. This building over here is the barracks. This is like a vegetable and herb garden. And is that pretty much everywhere. So that's the bazaar, that's the armourer, and these are like more sort of private buildings.
Okay. No magic out of St. Cuthbert's.
No,
Is it open?
not at that time. No.
Have to come back to this one later. I casually wander back to the inn and join my fellows. Report back on a few things that I noticed, like actual horses. So disappointingly, probably no dino sort of what you call it? What do you call it when they tilt at each other?
When the what?
They like a tilt yard, but for dinosaurs. What do you call it when they ride at each other? I can't like
Jousting.
Jousting.
jousting. God. Jousting. No dino jousting, as far as I can tell. Horses in the stable back there. And I join my fellows, take my turn on the watch. Oh yeah, drop the disguise before I went back in the inn.
Okay. I don't believe anybody set up a watch.
No.
No.
Okay. In that case, I pick a spot and fall asleep.
Okay.
No one else is wearing magical stuff in here other than us, are they?
Nope. There's no magic at all.
Cool.
Right. Okay. So, well, the night passes without event. You have a reasonably good rest. Pardon me. And you wake the next morning, and to see a slightly strange sight. There's a guy, quite a big, tall, muscular Chilton, sleeping on one of the bunks at the far side of the room, and stood motionless at the side of his bed is like a human. It's not sure what it is. It's not human. It's humanoid in shape, but it looks like somebody made a scarecrow out of a cactus.
Odd.
Is this a Chulton with a companion? Could this be the druid? Is he
What the
asleep?
For fuck's like, what the fuck is that?
Yes, he's asleep. Yeah, he's snoring very loudly as well. Where are we?
Have we seen anything like this before?
No.
Cactus
Right.
boy.
Are any other locals awake?
Yeah, there's a few sort of stirring and getting up and going
They
downstairs.
don't, and they don't. They're not alarmed by
No,
this
no, they
glance.
pay it no heed.
God, please.
Alright, so we token one more time. Get me a little picture. Where are we? Tokens. Characters. Oops. Somewhere. Nope.
I'll be back in one moment.
It's a search thing. That might be a good idea. Alright. There we go. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Well, from the head, anyway.
Like Abe from Oddworld.
Oh,
Let's see if we can find a full size.
Christ is massive. Nearly as big as that building.
growing
Kill it.
exponentially.
It's a little bit like Earthworm Jim.
Yeah.
See a better picture.
If it can project needles, missile weapons.
They're all a bit crap, them. It's kinda. Well, I'll do. Just waiting on Luawi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Where are we? Magic wand. Perfect. Lock. No, wrong one. Let's see. Where's that? Image browser. Choose a file.
All the pictures are frozen on Twitch.
Sorry?
All the profile pics on Twitch are frozen.
Have they? I'll look in it in a minute. There we go. That's what one looks like. Where's it gone? There it is. Yeah. Discord. What's happened? Something happened to Discord. Discord's unselectable.
Mine's working.
Yeah, mine's working.
Weird. Not to worry. It's hardly massively important, is it?
Is this the thing we can see next to the bed?
Yes.
What the hell is it?
Very Murloc-esque, isn't it?
Hmm.
I don't know why that is.
Well, it doesn't seem to have webbed fingers or toes, so...
You said it looked like
I
a
don't
plant, like a cactus. Its legs.
Yeah. Yeah, looks plant-like. There we go.
I asked one of the locals next to us, what is that thing?
That's Kawashi's friend.
What is it?
It's he calls it weed.
We.
Weed. Does this? Does he smoke it as well?
As an off-cut rolled into a joint every night.
Let's try not to offend the druid, please.
Well, I want to know what he's sucking on.
Excuse me.
There we go.
That's just weird. The Fook's
Okay.
sort of
It
drawn
just
closer.
kind of
to
it just
study
stands
it.
there, motionless.
The Fook like studies it from different angles.
I do the same.
Okay. Right. Well, it appears
What
to be.
the?
It appears to be asleep.
That's weird. I mean, is it green?
It is.
It's covered in these tendril things.
Yeah. Like got like sort of like muscles and stuff that look like vines growing over it, and it's got it's like hair, looks like almost like sort of roots or grass. It's like plant-like
Excellent.
growth for hair.
And it's carrying a spear.
No, that's just a generic thing I found.
Okay. Well, I never walking plant. Well, I mean, we have seen walking.
It's got claws
trees. Oh,
that look almost like thorns.
it's not like those. It's not like those creatures we fought in like session 2 or something.
No, it's
They
not
were
like
like
it's not
walking
like a twig
bushes.
blight. No,
Ah, okay. Thank fuck for that. Okay.
no, it looks it's like a humanoid creature, but it looks like it's a plant.
Excellent. Okay, relaxes. Right, who's for breakfast?
Kid likes his stomach.
Yeah, we go for breakfast. The halfling and halfling wannabe go for breakfast.
Actually, I'm buying.
You are? Wow.
Yeah, yes, I am.
Are
For
you
everyone.
feeling okay? You
Yes.
feeling okay?
Yes.
Sure.
For everyone.
Wow. Alright, I don't know, Declan, what do you want to do? Wake him up? Okay. Wait, you with the plant.
I don't know. I don't want to wake him up now. And there's no way of passing word. We don't even know if this plant thing speaks, so we can't even pass word to him. But at least we know what he looks like now. So if we can just keep an eye out for him when he wakes up, then
Oh yeah, and didn't give you a picture of what the actual guy looks like, did I?
No.
Dalton.
Stupid windows.
Did they say he was a guide too, and he was associated with the Emerald Glaive
Enclave.
Enclave?
There you go.
Yeah. Wow. Quite a tough
Very
paper
cool.
round.
Mhm. Would it be possible to leave word with somebody nearby if when he wakes up to come and find us? Because we might want to hire his
Well,
services.
most people are just getting up and they don't stay in here because it's just like a sleeping area.
Oh, surely he's going to be going for breakfast then, like us. So maybe we catch him at breakfast.
Sure.
So,
Maybe
oh,
should-
this thing as well. It's only about the size of a Cade.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
that tiny.
I assumed it's huge.
Me too.
No, it's only about 3 foot tall.
I can wrestle it probably. Cool. Why are you laughing? I'm big and strong compared to him.
You're not either of those things.
I know.
Yeah.
I got a
Unless we're in the
I got a minus modifier for strength.
By all means, fight the muscle-bound leaf thing. Go for it.
No,
I
I
put
don't
a
want to
platinum
cause.
piece on the plant.
I don't want to cause trouble. Maybe outside of this city, maybe.
Yeah, it might be a rule here against wrestling plants. Who knows?
Yeah. Who knows? So I want to stay out of trouble here because I don't like that, guard lady, captain.
Castellan.
She wasn't, too nice. I smell trouble.
Go for breakfast.
Yeah, and I'm buying.
Okay. Right, breakfast is pretty basic. It's either gruel or bread and fruit.
Yeah, I'll go
No.
for the fruit.
No fish.
Yeah.
No fish. Not for breakfast.
I'm disappointed. All right. We go for the fruit and the bread.
Is everybody going downstairs breakfasting? The monks too?
Yeah.
I invite them to come, please.
Okay. Right, so you go downstairs. Break fast. Then what?
We should
Wait.
go.
What time is it?
It
Need to
is
be there by
almost
9.
9 o'clock in the morning.
Off to the fort, I suppose.
I'll leave word with anybody that I can about the, for the druid with the cabbage patch doll to come and find us.
Excellent.
Cabbage patch, no.
Yeah.
Well, only person you can probably leave word with is the innkeeper.
Cool. Let's do
Bartender.
that then, please.
Come bartender.
That's if it goes by him.
Is it still dark outside, Phil?
Still dark? No, it shouldn't be dark. It is. Looks like it's dark, isn't it? But no, it isn't. It is daytime.
Does the humanoid plant thing kick in now? There's some sunlight.
That's photosynthesizing.
Okay, so what y'all doing?
Yeah, this light.
Head off to the fort, I suppose.
Well, wait until 9, then set off.
I mean, this
Oh,
might be a weird concept for you guys, but we can get there 10 minutes early.
Is it worth casting Detect Magic now and seeing if we can get in while Detect Magic's active? What do you think, Cade?
You can try. You can hide behind me by casting.
Yeah, okay. I suppose we're visible from pretty much everywhere once we're outside, aren't we? Phil?
Yeah, and inside as well.
Oh, there's lots of people about still.
Yeah, there's still people about. Yeah,
Okay, I'll see if they're not.
it's quite a busy place. I mean, it's not the city, but it's still there's quite a lot of comings and goings. There's soldiers about, flaming fish soldiers about outside, and there's people, other people at the fort, and there's plenty of stuff going off outside at the with the merchants.
Gotcha.
There's comings and goings most of the time.
Okay. Well, considering that we don't have accurate clocks, I think we should just head off to the fort now. Just in case our judgment on timings is off. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds like a plan.
Might as well.
Present ourselves to the guards.
Okay, right. Let's see. Go on there. Get up. Let me just get rid of this guy. He's annoying me. Go away. And you as well. Okay, so that's one more. So you approach the gates of this inner courtyard, inner gatehouse, and when you give your name to the guards, they open the gates and let you inside. And the gates to the actual keep are opened. which leads through into a courtyard at the centre of the structure, which is open to the sky. There's a wooden sort of walkway that runs around the perimeter of it, so you don't have to step down into the mud. So like the centre of this courtyard is like thick with mud from the constant rains. And let's see.
That's
That's
as
the
far
wrong
as I
thing.
can get.
So yeah, the Bailey's central courtyard is open to the sky. A boardwalk installed around the courtyard, so you don't need to walk through the mud. And in the centre of the courtyard is a wooden statue of an armoured man. Well, everybody can make a history roll, I suppose.
Any name on it, Phil?
It does not have a name on it, no.
Let me guess, it's going to be St. Cuthbert 13.
History.
Roll.
What's history come under?
It's an intelligence check if you haven't got. Yeah.
Intelligence, yes.
So what's that? 19 kid with a what was that? 6.
Yeah.
17 Luhai with 14. The one for Fook.
Oh, didn't I roll? Oh, I rolled for somebody else because I was messing with everyone else's characters. Sorry, give me a second.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
So for Fook and Cade, I've no idea. Everybody else recognises the statue as the name. I can't remember because it's gone off screen again. It is a Grand Duke Alder Ravengard of the head of the Guild of Merchants in Greyhawk.
Right.
Which is more of a sort of ornamental title rather than an actual than him being a real duke.
so he's a living guy.
Yes. He's the current leader of the Guild of Merchants, which again is not a merchant guild, it's the guild of all the merchant guilds.
That's not confusing at all. So he's the guild that oversees the guild.
Yes. So it's the kind of yeah. Right. So just off to one side, there's a large, an open sort of stable area containing that contain from the smell, and it's contains dinosaurs. You see six creatures similar to the one that Tackling rode in the race, as well
6
as
banana candies.
yeah, as well as 4 jungle princesses.
Wow.
They're all carefully secured inside in like a stall in secure stalls. And at the minute there's a guy in there feeding them feeding fresh meat to the raptors.
What kind of meat? Is it horse meat?
You can't tell. It's just like lumps of meat, lumps of fresh bloody meat.
Chum.
Go ask him what you're feeding him.
It's a boar.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Or what passes for a boar in Chult.
Cool. Well, these like pack animals around these parts then.
Which?
The banana candies.
It says they use them for mounts.
Oh wow, okay.
They are sometimes used for hauling things around, but generally the mercenaries use them for mounts, for getting about quickly.
What about the horses? 'Cause I
The,
thought they were horses.
the
Stables.
horses aren't suited to this climate.
How do the mounts fare in the jungle?
They're, so long as you stick to the trails, they're not too bad. I mean, the mounts themselves are fine. It's just the riders tend to get knocked off.
Not this guy.
But yeah, the horses. The only thing the horses do is perform in jousting tournaments. Some days the order insisted on bringing them along, despite the fact that it's a nightmare even trying to keep them alive here.
Oh well. Sort of cheers and sort of admire the dinosaurs. Say, well, it looks like he's taking good care of them.
Right, while you're talking to him, the Castellan suddenly appears as if from nowhere behind you. She's just suddenly there. You never see her approach. So, shall we conduct business?
Aye.
Fuchs like, holy shit! How do you move so silently in all that metal?
Just came down the stairs there. She points to some stairs that she's stood like a few feet away from. It's merely ornamental.
The armor,
Yes.
really? I'll give it a prod. Is
It's
it like proper plate?
no, it's not. It's not. It's she bats your hand away though. It's not proper. It's metal, but it's not proper plate. It's like really lightweight, and probably serves no like actual functional.
It's ceremonial.
Yeah, it's just yeah like a signer office.
So you have to wear pretend plate. You can see
Yeah.
for Fuchs like the mind is blown by the concept. They have to wear fake plate so that people know. It's like
It's part of the uniform. Are you here to question our choice of uniform, or are you here to purchase a charter?
Please.
Get to purchase a charter.
Right. Oh God, I keep things dropping behind the screen. Okay. Right. She leads you through, walks round the boardwalk to the opposite side of the courtyard, and leads you through a door and into a small chamber that seems to serve as some kind of office. Which she sits herself on down behind on a chair, and then retrieves some paperwork from drawers on in the desk. Says, right, I need to take each of your names and your declared profession.
for Fuchs.
And a point of origin.
Bard extraordinaire.
Sorry, what was the lasting point of what?
And point of origin.
Port Nyanzaru.
No, where do you come from? You don't come from Port Yanzaru.
Well,
Where
yes,
do you
we
hail
did.
from? Where
Took a boat.
where have you born?
Oh, I think it was like one of those backstreet alleys in. God, what was my origin story?
Right,
from?
she just turns to one of the monks. Says, will you do you care to fill this in or not?
I'll get details.
No. This is important. She wants us to follow the rules. I can't remember.
When you remember
which
where you were
particular
born, which back alley you were born in, then let me know.
Oh, right. Okay, cool. I'll get right back to you as soon as I realize. As soon as I find out.
Right, so she goes through each of you in turn, leaving Fafuk till last, taking details. Is everybody giving her the correct details?
Yes.
Yes. I think
No,
I can remember himself.
no way. Fuchs like picks a random city that he could plausibly come from.
Okay. She don't know. Anyway, it's plausible, I suppose. Okay, fair enough. Right, she puts those details down on the charter, and then turns the parchment round and has each of you sign it under your names.
Did she
And-
spell Fafuk right?
Did she spell for food right?
Well, there's a hyphen.
There's a hyphen. No.
I'm sure it's close enough. It is a slightly unusual name. I'll forgive you this once for this mistake.
Right. She just rolls her eyes and ignores you. And then let's see. So, and then she proceeds to explain how the charter works. So, right. So, the charter that you've just signed, it grants permission to you, the named holders of the charter, to explore Chult and to plunder its riches. But half of the expedition's proceeds and discoveries must be turned over to the Flaming Fist. The cost of the charter is 50 gold pieces, which is treated as a down payment on the split of profits. In addition, purchasing a charter entitles you to hire up to 6 Flaming Fist mercenaries to accompany you for a reasonable rate of one gold piece per day each.
I don't think so. We need those mercenaries.
No, it's just the right to hire them. We don't have to hire them.
Yeah, they would just spy on us. Thanks.
We don't pay our mercenaries to spy on people, thank you very much.
That reminds me. So we were kept prisoner by some pirates, a couple of weeks back, and we escaped. And we reached Port Nyanzaru through sort of great personal effort on my part, and the others helped a little bit. And then I can see the monks already like, God. And then suddenly nobody wanted to know where these pirates were. It was weird. So Madison Lynch asked us to come here to talk to your boss, I assume.
Commander.
Come on, thank you, Commander. The lady, the chief person in charge, Liana Porti, I assume it's a woman named Liana. She didn't want us to tell people in Port Nyanzaru where the pirates are based. So part of our coming here before we pay was to negotiate some quid pro quo, right? But before we came here, we spoke to the harbour master's clerk, and apparently, right, this is the weird part, pirates that kept us captive in an unnamed location, because apparently it's super secret, don't attack Greyhawk ships. They attack other ships. And Greyhawk ships do get attacked by pirates, but not these pirates that captured us. Now, why would the commander of the Flaming Fist in this godforsaken part of the world not want us to reveal the location of a super secret pirate base when those pirates do not attack Greyhawk ships? Now, color me conspiracy theorist, but would you be able to explain any of that, being a clericus in Cuthbert and being so hot up on the rules that, you
Oh,
can't see
no.
straight?
Folk, I think you got it wrong.
I don't know.
They wanted.
Oh,
They wanted. Captain of the Flaming Fist wanted us to tell them where it was.
yeah, but not anybody else.
You
Like,
didn't want us
nobody
to
else.
reveal anything to anybody else, just them.
Yeah, but why? Why?
I
Anyway,
think this is a conversation best had with Madison Lynch.
I'm not
On
sure what
Sheriff's
you're
team.
implying,
I'm
minstrel.
not implying anything. I'm simply asking a question about something that makes no sense to me.
And I don't
I'm
understand the context of your question. What is it that you're getting at?
I think that's best left until we speak to Madison Lynch when she returns from a
Well, no,
briefing with him.
aren't we here to talk to the commander? Commander wanted to talk to us. Medicine Lynch was just simply our method to get here. I'm just mentioning this because we came here with information that we believe is worth money, and you want our money now. So, do we pay now and get our money back, or do we wait
Any
until the
arrangements you
command?
have with the commander are with the commander herself, not with me.
Right. So it's a pay now, get our money back when our money's
If you want
worth
a
something.
charter, then you pay. You get the charter through me, which means you pay me the fee.
Okay, well, that's cool. So it's a pay now, money back later deal. Cool. I assume we cough up the 50 gold pieces, yeah?
It's like 10 gold pieces each.
Yeah.
Right, she takes the money and thanks you for paying for cooperating with the Flaming Fists exploration of Chult. And she if there's she asks you if you have any further business you wish to conduct.
Do we get any like guide maps or anything because of this exploration charter? Any
There are
anywhere
no
we
guide maps.
anywhere we can go and can't go? You know, any kind of information we've just
Tourist brochure.
yeah, something like that.
Go see the falls. Eaten by zombies.
I think you need to speak to a guide, not to me.
Cool, thanks.
So if there's nothing else,
So I think our business is concluded.
Can we
I
get a
think
receipt,
that is
please?
correct.
Well, the charter's our receipt.
Yep, you take the charter with you
Yeah.
because you need to
So,
provide it. So
of-
yes,
of-
she reminds you of that. That you need, if you encounter a Flaming Fist patrol, you need to be sure to provide to show the charter.
So, did we leave or are we still there?
You're still there.
Okay. I want to ask something after we left. No worries.
So, what distance from the fort can we anticipate to run into Flaming Fist patrols?
The patrol. She tells you that patrols range as far south as. When I find it.
This is where we find out that the patrol range has nothing to do where we're actually going.
Let me look. Where's my map?
We don't know where we're going yet.
Oh yeah.
We're on the road to nowhere.
So
Jesus.
the fist's influence currently extends as far south as Refuge Bay.
All right.
Is that good? I've not got the map up.
It's like southeast.
Oh, that's quite far then.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty.
Oh, cool. And is that the width of the island? Continent.
Yeah, potentially yes.
Okay, cool.
Though you will be more concentrated. You'll find the patrols are more concentrated on the east side of the island than the west side of the island, purely due to distance.
Logistics, yeah, sure.
Right. I suppose we thank you very much. And head out.
Right, right. As you leave, she says she will inform the commander of your request.
Okay. Thank her and leave then.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, we could tell the Castellan where the top secret spy pirate base is.
I'll push for Fook out the door.
I'm helping. I'm helping.
Actually agreed not to reveal the location.
Did you?
Yes.
I said, did you?
Okay.
Anyway,
So you leave the keep and cross the courtyard and out into the main area of the back out into the main area of the fort.
So once we are, between ourselves, I will ask, did I get this right with the chart or permit? Whatever we find, half of it goes back to these people. Is
Yeah.
it right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Half of nothing is still nothing.
I think that's if we come across them, isn't it?
Yeah.
yeah.
Because people normally take these expedition charters out to go looting, searching ruins, that sort of thing.
Who would do such a thing?
So
No,
is
no,
the
I don't get this because, I mean, in the theory behind it, so basically we go there, we do all the work, and they take half of our, fruits away from us.
well, that's if you give it to them. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
if we encounter them,
no, we have to come back here, no?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
They're
Come back
implying
in.
that you return to the fort and you pay half, you hand over half of your loot
findings.
findings. Yeah.
It-
But as
Did-
Wakanga said, many people get charters but don't necessarily fulfill fulfill it to the letter.
And
Why
did they
is-
say that the 50 GP was down payment for that?
Yeah, so that is considered as part. So the 50 gold. So if you recovered 200 gold pieces and you would owe them 100 gold pieces, the 50 gold pieces that you paid would be deducted from that, so you'd only owe them another 50 gold pieces.
I hope they get it.
So
what we have to do, we have to spend it before we make back to Port Nansaru. So we have nothing to show.
no, we just don't fucking give them anything.
I'm not willing to give anything to them. This is, highway robbery.
So
It is the
This-
definition of highway robbery.
isn't this based on an assumption that we'll be operating out Fort Belleroux?
Potentially, but it's based on the idea that that you'll return to Fort Beleriand, not Port Yanzaru, Fort Beleriand, to fulfil your part of the charter, regardless of where you set out or where you base your operations from.
I mean, it's not like they've got his name and address, though, is it? We've not just gave him that on pieces of paper and he signed it over. That were pure sarcasm, by the way.
I guessed as much. Otherwise, you've got a very short memory, like me.
So is the Temple of St. Cuthbert open by any chance?
It might be if you go and have a look. So what's somebody doing then now?
I'd like
So I
to try and
presume-
find the druid, please.
Okay. I presume that means Fafuk is heading to the temple. What about Cade?
Cade is going with Fufu
Okay.
to see what he's doing, and I'm trying to hold him back from any stupidity.
What about the monks?
I'll go back to the inn.
Okay. Doing anything particular back at the inn?
Nope.
Nope. And what about
No.
Obald?
I'm just gonna have a wander around.
I cut off, oh, the internet connection.
No, you're
okay.
still with us.
No,
You're
no,
good.
no, 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 no. I came off from Foundry. I lost sound, everything. I have sound, but I
Yeah,
Yes.
so you're off Foundry, apparently.
yeah go back. Come on.
Connection's still good.
Yeah, I'm connecting back at the moment.
So what's Obol doing? Wandering around? Doing anything in
Just-
particular, or?
No, just wandering around, just chatting to people at random, that sort of thing.
Okay. Rightio. Right. So, and where's tackling going?
The inn to look for the druid, please.
Okay, so you return to the inn with Lu Hai. Okay, so yeah, you go back to the inn, and one of the first people you see there is the plant person.
Weed.
Yeah,
Is he
the
smoking
plant
anything?
thing, and his companion, the big Chulton.
Wait, which one's the druid?
Good person,
I'm-
isn't it?
I'm going to assume that the Chulton's the druid. I'm going to engage the situation as if the Chulton's the druid. I'm not going to. No, no way. The Chulton's the companion. No, I'll try. Well, I'm not going to try talking to a plant. I'll try talking to the Chulton. I'll
Okay.
hail him, beckon him over, and ask him if he's one of the sanctioned guides that I've heard about.
He's he looks up and points at the food that he's eating.
Oh, okay. I'll stand awkwardly and just kind of kick my ankles and wait for him to finish.
Right, with a mouthful of food, he just points at the chair opposite, on the opposite side of the table he's sat at.
I'll sit down and
Right, and then
ask
yeah,
Hi
you
if he
sit
wants
down
to join us.
and he like sort of speaks with a mouthful of food. Says, "I'm not getting up when I'm eating," and manages to spit most of his food over you.
No, never stop a man from eating. Never wake a sleeping bear, sleeping dog. Let sleeping dogs lie and let eating men eat. And
Right,
again, I'll ask him the
he
question.
has
Is
he ask and he just continues to eat and just like holds up his hand, takes a few more mouthfuls and then swills it down with some ale.
can we do the whole thumbs up, thumb down scenario? I say, are you the one of the aforementioned guides that we've heard about?
Right, he looks you square in the eye and finishes and like doesn't speak until he's finished chewing and swallowing what food he's got left in his mouth. And said, I'm Kawasha.
Greetings, Quasha. I'm Tackling. I am a druid, and I am
Welcome, fellow druid. I am of the Emerald Enclave.
the Enclave. I've been meaning to gain audience with those or someone in their circle.
I am
We're
he.
here. We're here on urgentish business. And I think you might be the guy for me to be a guide to help us in our mission to find.
Right, he nods and he's like nodding at you as you're talking, and he turns to look at the plant man and appears to be like performing some kind of sign language, and the plant person nods and wanders off, disappears outside, and then he turns back to look at you, and like continues nodding as you're talking.
In a very humorous way, I'll be like, okay, do you want a job?
You wish to hire Kawasha?
Yes, I do.
Where Kawasha goes, the weed goes.
Is it a 2-for-1 deal, or do I have to pay you both separately?
Good question. Let's have a look. No,
That's
Doesn't
like
say there.
asking Cade if you pay for Cade and is familiar, or just Cade.
Where's this?
I mean, I'm all for 2 for 1, you know.
Well, that's strange. Can't find his. Do. Why have they not got any of their rates listed with them?
Well, isn't there
How-
like a flat rate for approved guides?
Out of character, I suppose it's probably
Alright,
prudent to
here we
tell
are.
everybody. I've been looking for a
He
druid
must do it
guide,
for free, Phil.
No, it's 5 gold pieces. 5 gold pieces a day. 30 days up front.
which would be
What?
150.
seems a bit steep. I'll be honest with you.
You want a
Mr.
guide? You pay the price.
Plant talking man. Yeah, well, there's plenty of guides knocking around that are a lot cheaper. I was talking to a glass-eyed turtle the other day that were 40 GP for 10 days up front.
She does not come with Jabal's blessing.
Ooh, who's Jabal? The merchant prince of guides?
He nods.
Ah, yeah, so we should stay away from the goggle-eyed turtle. Okay, cool. I'm happy to pay that for you to come along. And as I was saying, well, add to character, I'll just say to the other guys, I've been looking for a druidic tutor for a while, and feel that this guy, if he's got druid in his name, might be the guy for me, especially with the whole jungle forest scenario we've got going on.
Is
He
this, what
lives
you,
around here.
is this what you're saying to? Well, you're saying this in front of him.
No,
so-
no. This way out of character. Sorry, I just
Oh,
wanted to make the
right.
other people aware why I wanted a druidic guide with us.
I know nothing. I'm at a temple.
Me too.
No, I'm just saying this to you know. I'm just
Did-
letting you know now.
Did say we're out of character.
Yeah. No. I understand perfectly. I'm just saying.
So yeah,
if you it says if you hire Kawasha, you hire a druid and member of the Emerald Enclave, and I seek to rid my homeland of the undead menace that threatens to eradicate all life here. My veggie
Ah.
pygmy companion is well versed in the local flora and fauna. Chult is at home, and we can guide you as no others can.
I believe you, and will
Veggie
take you at your word, and I will take you on board at my own expense.
So
So long
since
as-
you as a fellow druid, if you commit and swear to help us destroy any undead we might encounter, perhaps we may negotiate the fee,
willingly.
and together
Hate
we
the
can
undead.
receive the blessing of the Chawinga that watch over this sacred land.
Look, I don't need an excuse to blast bony bastards, so let's just do this.
What the hell's a Chawinga?
I am all on board for bringing this guy on with us, and his weed pet. Yeah, I'll pay his fee out of my own pocket, no worries. Can we have more than one guide?
Is that if we come back?
No, he can come with us now. I'll pay his day rate now.
So we've got that shit waiting for us to go back to Neanderu, haven't we?
Yeah, sure. He can get on there, surely.
It says, oh, Kawasha only works out of Fort Balorian.
Yeah, we'll come back later, but we need to jump on the ship first.
No. Kawasha only works out of Fort Balorian.
Okay, cool. I will talk to my guys and then we'll talk about it. We'll get back to you. I'm very interested though. So don't make any plans for the next couple of days.
Says I have my studies, but if I'm around, then we can talk.
Excellence. Give me fist bump, druid to druid. Elbow tap, whatever COVID lets us do, and then bid him adieu, and we'll speak when we can.
Okay, right. He sits there for a few moments longer, then he gets up and leaves the inn.
Oh, just a question then, Phil. Can we have more than one guide?
Well, you could try. You could try. I'm not telling. I'm not. That's for something you to try yourselves, isn't it?
Really have asked him more questions about his expertise in the area. Yeah, the
There's a
total,
native, isn't it?
yeah, well, the total seems to know Kitcher's Inlet and around there. I don't know what his area of expertise is. We need somebody that knows Mbala, don't we? Really?
Yeah.
So we're looking for that oracle first, aren't we?
Yeah, which is west of Mbala.
Yeah.
I was just excited to find another druid. I'll be honest with you.
Going to end up going past that
Few and
order of
far
the
between.
gauntlet. I think that's where that order of the gauntlet is. Down to that Camp Righteous,
If he's working at a
Camp
fort,
Vengeance.
Eesh. I think the druid might be a non-starter because trying to get him to where we want him to be, we are getting on the ship to Port Neanderu and starting where we want to. It's going to take us days just to get him where we want him. Sorry, this is just pure logistics speaking.
Hmm.
Nah. Okay.
Well, you could just set sail from Fort Balurian down to Port Neanderu, but bypass that and go into the mouth of the river. And then just change over to canoes and then go down the river in canoes.
Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud.
Anyway, so meanwhile, Cade trots along behind Fafuk as they head over to the Temple of St. Cuthbert. The doors to the temple are open, and you can hear the sound of devout prayer being uttered inside.
Yeah, the sounds of absolute piety inside.
Makes Bafook's skin crawl.
Where's my,
Um,
that was
so,
annoying behind.
Is there like a priest type leading the ceremonies?
Just a moment. Alright, number 5. Okay, well, you're going in.
Yep.
Okay, right. So the temple is quite small, as you can see from the outside. It consists of pretty much a single room with one a door leading into a wall, a small walled off section to one side, which presumably is the priest's living quarters. The only person here is a Chiltern man in robes of St Cuthbert, sort of kneeling before the altar and in prayer.
Yeah, I'll give him a few minutes for him to wrap
The
his...
side of him is a large cudgel, which is capped with some kind of with either steel or silver at either end.
Okay. Give him a few minutes to wrap up and then kind of go.
Okay, right. Well, the minutes quickly run into a good half hour or more till he finally stands up and makes a gesture, a holy gesture, and then turns, says, "Greetings. How may I help you?"
Greetings.
Greetings.
Me and my companion here were curious as to whether you knew anything about something called the soulmonger, which is drawing people, the dead people's souls away for some nefarious purposes.
I've heard of such a thing, and Cuthbert has warned me that his followers' souls are in peril.
Yes, they are in great peril, and me and my companions are on a mission to try and locate this device, which we believe is in the lost capital city of Chult, named Omo. Does your god or your church structure provide support for adventurers attempting to save the souls of those having passed?
What is it you require?
Well, information really, as in, are you performing any kind of searches out of this fort to try and locate the soulmonger, or are you just kind of staying in praying that things will resolve themselves?
To the needs of the people here in the fort.
Okay. And no one here in the fort, as far as you're aware, is actually trying
I'm
to
not
locate
privy
the soulmonger.
to the missions, the mission of the Flaming Fist.
Okay.
I was assigned to the fort as a cleric of St. Cuthbert.
Any advice you could give a wandering minstrel who's trying to help save the world?
Any advice? That's interesting.
Trying to see if we can play a different angle, get more information.
Any advice? What? Perhaps you can be more specific, my friend. What particular advice is it that you seek?
Well, a couple of things, do you believe the guides here are trustworthy? Do you believe that the lost city of Omu could lie in this region? I mean, the guides seem a little sort of cagey about what they do and don't know. And do you believe that the people in the fort are trustworthy? Could we trust them with this information without panicking?
The Flaming Fist are without reproach. The Church of St. Cuthbert always accompanies the Flaming Fist on their missions. To question the Flaming Fist is to question the will of St. Cuthbert.
Oh, so the mercenaries are part of the church. Good.
No, they are not. They are not part of the church, but they what's the word?
Form God's will.
No,
Followers.
They're followers,
No.
yes.
Okay. Okay. And Cuthbert's St. Cuthbert's lawful good, right?
St. Cuthbert is a lawful, but they're not always strictly lawful good. There is some, but yeah,
Yeah. I mean, there's
The-
like
there's
a
yeah,
goodish.
lawful good. There's maybe some deviation into lawful neutral.
I ask if the camp commander's aware of this danger to everybody's immortal souls.
I've made the commander aware of the ones that St. Cuthbert has granted me. Yes, but
Okay.
I am not here to advise the commander on military matters. I'm here to protect the souls of those here.
Okay. Do you provide any material support to those attempting to save everyone's immortal souls? You know, like healing potions and stuff like that.
I'm afraid I do not have access to such things.
Okay.
I have access to prayer.
Might have to leave it there because I'm starting to fall asleep.
Oh, yeah.
I could.
Yeah, that's probably good. I mean, Fufuka's basically wrapping it up now.
Okay. Right.
Oh, thank you.
So right as you leave, it says, "Preach quietly, my friend, but have a large cudgel handy."
That is good advice. Thank you.